Hi, everybody. I'm Tim Donnelly. We are post-game following a weekend of Charlotte Rush hockey against the Potomac Patriots. We're in the coach's office on this Sunday, October the 17th. The Rush Premier splitting a pair of games with the Potomac Patriots. We have acting head coach and Rush general manager and owner Ryan Crothers joining us, who took over for Troy Schwab, who was away as his wife was receiving a very prestigious award up at Lake Superior State, being inducted into the Athletic Hall of Fame for tennis. So Ryan doing what he loves, getting behind the bench. And Ryan, was kind of the tale of two games this past weekend. Last night, the Rush, a big 7-3 win. And let's start with that one, the one that we're happy about. But you dominate 7-3, Bubba Battisti in goal, special teams battle. You won that all the way, and it was a good win last night.
Yeah, I thought we played well. I thought there was just a few spurts where we got away from our game, but we wanted our power play to be better, and it was last night. Our penalty kill stepped up and did a good job. So overall, we were happy last night. We put 60 shots on net. They have a very good goalie, as we know, and we got the result that we wanted because of it. And then obviously not the same story today.
Let's talk about that game last night, too. And just one guy among many we could put accolades on. But, you know, Matt Lawhon, you've turned him into a penalty-killing specialist right now. But he also likes to go after those short-handed goals, and he got one last night.
Yeah, honestly, I wasn't happy with his game early on in the game. And then, you know, that penalty kill was huge. He stepped up and then got us a big goal out of it, too, short-handed. So he turned his game around quickly yesterday, and happy he got a goal. And, you know, he helped us catapult us to a win with the penalty kill.
Of course, Ryan has coached at many levels, including NCAA D1, United States Hockey League, North American Hockey League, USPHL. And Ryan, you haven't coached at all since last March, but with the juices flowing, getting behind the bench and being in charge last night and today?
I enjoyed yesterday. I had a great time. It was fun being back on the bench, especially at home. It was a great night for everybody, you know, kids on the bench with me. So it was fun, and it's always fun to win. So I had a great time filling in for Troy, and then wish he would have came back a day earlier so I didn't have to deal with today. So.
Oh, my. You know, Ryan hates to lose, and we don't lose very often, especially here at home. But, Ryan, it was a much different game today. Unfortunately, we lose 7-1. I know there were a lot of things that kind of went wrong, but if you had to pick out maybe one or two, what were you most disappointed with today?
Just our effort, our attention to detail wasn't there. They outworked us. They wanted it more. They wanted, you know, revenge from last night. And they're a really good team. I mean, they're a better team than we are. They just took it to us. I mean, they beat us to every battle. They were more physical. They capitalized on their chances. Their special teams was much better than ours was. It just mentally, we weren't there. And emotionally, we weren't there. And we wanted an easy game. And thinking that we won last night so big that it was going to be easy. And it wasn't. You know, I felt bad for our goalies. I thought they played well. They made big saves when they needed to. And the ones that they gave up, you know, quite for maybe one of them, you know, you could fault them for. But aside from that, I thought they played well, gave us a chance to win. And we didn't take advantage of the opportunity to sweep at home. And you don't want to give away points ever, but definitely not at home. And definitely not to a team that's below you in the standings currently. But like I told him after the game, I don't see that Patriots team being below us in the standings much longer if we continue to play like that.
Well, also, Ryan, too, the first 7 minutes, I mean, we came out like gangbusters. We were all over them. I thought we were going to blow them out, even though we hadn't scored, but we were just dominating, and then things just slowly turned around.
Yeah, we put a big emphasis on our starts. We haven't thought we've had really good starts, and even when we did have good starts, similar to today, we haven't seen any production from it. So we emphasized the start yesterday. We emphasized the start today. And I thought our first 5 minutes, I told him, I said, I love our game right now. I thought we were really good. And then as soon as they got that one goal, that first goal, you know, the wheels started to fall off as we saw. But we got to learn to find a way to produce early. And we haven't done that all year, you know. So we come out to good starts, we have energy, and then we don't capitalize, and then we start pressing and gripping our sticks tight. And it cost us, you know. You got to have good starts. This division is very tough, and you don't want to wait for something bad to happen and be reactive. We wanted to dictate. And, you know, after the first 7 minutes, they dictated the whole script today.
And, of course, also want to talk a little bit about an interesting statistic about their team. As I looked at their roster from today, I think only 2 or 3 Americans on the whole squad. Everybody else is from Canada, Sweden, Russia. I mean, we have foreign players and we have players from Canada, but it's not very often we just have 2 or 3 guys from the U.S. on a team, and that was the case with them today.
Yeah, it's definitely not the United States Premier Hockey League. I'll tell you how much. It's I don't know. I mean, we have Europeans and Canadian players as well, and there used to be restrictions on the amount that you could have, but now you could have as many as you want. And some teams utilize that. They utilize their European connections and European recruiting, and you know what? Everybody has their own philosophy in recruiting, and they decide to go the European route, and it is what it is.
Well, again, at least the Rush, this is an early season bump in the road, and it's good to come now, and I'm sure we'll get this out of the system very, very quickly. All right, we're going to take a break right now before we look ahead and what's up on the Rush agenda. Right now, we want to look at the updated standings, Rush player stats, and Rush goalie stats, and let's look at those right now. All right, we're back with Ryan Crothers post-game on the Sunday, October 17th, in the Rush coach's office. And Ryan, we've got a couple of weeks off. Is that going to be a good thing or a bad thing for you guys? We got a couple of weeks before we play a game. We're going to be off. What will the team be doing? I mean, obviously practicing, but is there anything on the agenda that you have for the guys during these breaks when we don't play on a weekend?
It'll be a typical week. I mean, I think the practice plan adjusts. We have a lot to work on. We have a lot of things we need to improve, and we have some new guys that need to get acclimated as well. But when you're playing and you're winning, you don't like off weekends. When you get beat the way that we did, it gives you 2 weeks to practice and work on some things. So practice, I think, would be a lot different if we won, both games. But we'll get back to work. We got to find ways to limit these mistakes we're making and our compete level. So aside from that, our guys are very active in the community every day with youth hockey and working with Carolina Premier Hockey. And then I know they're home this weekend against, I think, the Canes at the 10U level. And, our guys will be there to support our players, like the CPH players come and support the Rush. And I don't know, I think our 10U team, I think the Rush can learn a lot from them. So it'll be good for them to watch, see what it's like to play the game the right way.
And then a final comment from Ryan Crothers. Ryan, of course, Troy will be back, but a couple of weeks we have Hampton Roads back, and we had our way with them 2 weeks ago, but, a lot of things can change between now and then, and they're still our big, big rivals. So what will we be focusing on, again, besides the obvious of getting a couple of wins? Yeah,
well, it's always, competitive when you're going against your rival. They've been a top team in the league for a long time, so have we. So we've always kind of gone head-to-head, and last time we played them, here, we swept them in the playoffs, at the elite level, and then the Premier, ended their season as well. And for us, so it's more focusing on what's our problem, what's going wrong with us right now. So we'll focus on us. They continue to add players. It's going to be a different team than what we saw earlier in the season. And it'll be a different team, that they'll see too. We've had some changes. We've had some roster movement, and we'll continue to have some. But the teams that were here at the beginning of the year, definitely won't be the same teams that are here, in a couple weeks. So looking forward to playing them. It's always a fun battle. So we'll see what happens.
And by the way, just so you folks that maybe don't know this, while Ryan is not coaching this year, he's day-to-day. He communicates with everybody here in the organization, is well plugged into what's going on, and a very active part of the Rush as a general manager. Ryan, been great to be back doing these interviews. We started this way back in 2016. That's been 6 years ago, and the time really goes fast. But Ryan, great to see you on the bench again this weekend. And again, we do get 2 points out of the weekend, and we'll look forward to possibly interviewing you again, not only about the Rush, but about Carolina Premier Hockey as well. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks for all you do, Tim. Appreciate it.
All right, Ryan Crothers, our acting head coach of the Rush Premier this weekend, our general manager and owner, sharing thoughts and observations with us. Well, again, go to our Rush social media platforms for all information on the Rush, and of course the USPHL website, United States Premier Hockey League, USPHL.com. So for all of us at the Charlotte Rush, I'm Tim Donnelly. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.